3, 2, 1, action. Hey guys, welcome back to Off the Record, where we talk about whatever
we want.
Today we actually have a medical professional with us, Dr. David.
Dr. David.
Dr. David.
Dr. Dave.
Tell us your story.
Credentials. Your real.
What kind of real doctor are you?
Let me introduce him first.
Okay.
So me and David, we go to the same barber.
I do too.
And Joe.
Joe feels excluded.
So
I met him too.
So usually when I meet like fans outside, I'm like, get the fuck away from me. I don't got time for this.
Not me if they're fine.
Relatable. No, I'm just kidding. No, we're outside, we're hanging out, talking. And then it was one of those where like the conversation, it was like one question led to another bigger question. So he was, first I see him in scrubs. Oh, cool, are you in the medical profession? Yeah, I'm a doctor. Oh, cool, like how did you become a doctor? And then tell me if I remember the story correctly, but it was, you got inspired because your dad was really sick and then he wasn't getting the medical treatment that he needed. So you got inspired to become a doctor, but then you also told me while in medical school, you got into like investment banking and became a baller, and there's all these holes on your nuts, and then it was just going crazier and crazier, and I just had more and more questions, and I'm like, what's your Instagram?
You spun quite a yarn, my friend.
I don't use Instagram that much, but what really inspired me was when you bought the Porsche, and you bought the Jag, the F-Type, and I'm like, damn.
I gotta do something and be a doctor?
No. It was like...
You're like, I've been spending too much money on whores.
No, it was like, I have to do something that's better for the people around me.
Oh, that's cool. What were you doing at that time?
That's how long
How do you
ago
get
it
that from
was?
them buying a Jag?
True.
My uncle passed away. He looks like the twin brother of my dad, and they're like 10 or 15, I forget how far.
I got the story mixed up a little bit, but keep going.
They were about 10 or 15 years. My dad also got really sick. My mom also got really sick. But it was just pretty horrible, and they don't speak that much English.
Yeah.
And I was away at Stanford at the time, and it was just hard. Oh, your mom's in the emergency room, your dad's in the emergency room. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Jeez.
What were you studying at Stanford? English?
Neurodegenerative medicine.
So you were already going to be a doctor?
Yeah, I was a medical doctor, but before...
You thought, I'm sorry, real quick, Doctor. You thought he had made it through middle school, high school, and went to Stanford to study English.
Because being a nurse.
No, because after he got the call of his parents being sick, that's when he's like, I'm changing my major from English to doctor.
He wrote a movie in his
hear-
head, and and then needed to be big conflict in order for him to like rip his fucking shirt open and
Yeah.
go, from today I'm gonna be a doctor.
That's what I was waiting for.
Okay, I needed context
I
of
have
that.
my friends back here to hear. So when somebody from Stanford says they have an English degree, that's fucking ridiculous as a joke.
Out of all the things that you could study there, it's like, okay.
So you studied
Neurodegenerative medicine, that was what my PhD was in, and MD is just MD.
Okay. Oh, it's just MD.
They changed it, right? Before it was 4 years, just lecture.
Yeah.
But they changed it to 2 years of lecture and then 2 years of rotations. And the only
I don't
reason
know what that means.
rotation, you go to different hospitals. You go to the same hospital, you go to different departments.
So you get to see like OBGYN, like, and then you get to see like the pediatric.
That's the pussy doctor.
It is a veg doctor.
But
So you went to medical school at Stanford, or you went to undergrad at Stanford?
I couldn't get into Stanford for undergrad.
Do you guys think it's dumb that they call him an OBGYN and not a pussy doctor?
I don't think that's professional.
I see. Oh, that makes sense.
But what's a professional name that could also be fun? Because OBGYN is just not fun.
A vagina detective?
Vaginal expert.
Vaginal expert. I know some vaginal
Well, no, that wouldn't work because I like to think that I'm a vaginal expert
Same.
and I have not gone to school.
You know what's a funny thing? My brother said, if I were to be in your position, I would have become a vaginal expert.
Yeah.
Because you could just look at it all day, and I'm like, you're gonna look at all the gross things.
Yeah.
I think I'm more of an Eastern medicine vaginal expert. Like I do
The holistic stuff.
Yeah, holistics.
What do? Get like ginger and rub it on a pussy or something?
That and turmeric.
You want to masturbate women just to get rid of their hysteria.
Thank you very much. To free
Doctor, I have a question.
Yes.
Wait, first we gotta explain why he's Doctor.
Okay, yeah, keep going. Yeah, so with your uncle and your parents?
My uncle passed away in 2007. He had a brain aneurysm, he had a stroke.
That sucks.
And they really treated him horribly because he didn't speak much English. He was like first generation, so -1 generation. and he was the one that brought our family here.
I'm gonna ask something stupid.
Wait.
There's no such thing as a stupid question.
You haven't been in this room long enough.
I have to.
There's no way you're gonna do that.
I have to.
There's no way you're
okay?
gonna do that.
So you're motivated to be a doctor because your dad got sick. At any given time, did you think maybe you wouldn't have enough time to where you're a doctor you could help?
Oh, that's why I went through accelerated programs.
Because you try to actually do it like fast enough.
Joe, that was a legit question. That's the most legit question you've ever asked on the show.
I thought it was insensitive.
I thought you were gonna ask a follow-up question to the pussy doctor question.
Yeah, because he said he prefaced it with this is a stupid question. That was such a
beautiful.
fucking
That was a good
great
question.
question.
I just feel I just feel bad because it's kind of like jokes on you, buddy. Like it didn't happen, and I'm just like,
well, now it's
But then he's like, jokes on you because it's accelerated.
I didn't know you were so sensitive, Joe.
So how long did it take you in the accelerator program?
So MD, PhD is about a 7 to 9 year program. Yeah. I finished in 4.
Whoa.
And I actually never went to class.
Yeah, you're telling me that. That's the part that I was like, what?
wait, you were lazy and still got A's?
I wasn't lazy. I was working full time because I had bills to pay.
Are you the guy who's shredded and he's like, I just take vitamins and eat whatever I
No,
want?
that's Bart.
No, I know what he does.
He works out like 3 hours.
I worked out 2 hours today.
Oh, after work? You work?
Before work. It wakes me up.
You started work at 4 a.m. What?
2 a.m.
2 a.m.
And this is all from our video because we bought a Jaguar.
Yes, Jaguar and the Porsche.
How are you more successful than us by being inspired by our shit?
You have more money than me, I guarantee you.
I probably don't.
No,
I got inspired by his truck. He pulled up in a Maserati truck. I was like, fuck, I gotta really sell more dope. I am not.
They're just giving those away. They're giving those away.
Yeah.
Can we grow dope?
Yeah, I heard that.
Let's grow dope.
Let's grow dope. I'm for it. I'm for anything that's gonna grow my bank account. At this point, I'm ready to risk it all.
I'll help you.
I'm ready to flirt with guys that would like to buy me at this point.
Do you want to get a PhD in 4 years?
No, I don't. That sounds exhausting.
That's
I know
probably
some-
why your comments is what it is.
I know some holistic dick hardening techniques I can help you with.
I don't need that. I'm actually really good right now. I'm hard now.
When does the hardness go away?
You tell me,
Oh,
Doc.
I want to hear about your.
I'm supposed to consult with you about
I want to
that.
hear your story.
So my uncle, I was with my uncle. He got taken advantage of because he's on the Medicare system.
Yeah.
When you become a certain age, you get just automatically you get Medicare.
Yeah.
Right. I don't want to get into it. People will start commenting. But he was in the Medicare system, and they said there's no hope for him. And literally, they cut his skull open, and his brain was swollen. And I saw that. I'm like, oh.
That's crazy.
I hated science in high school. I hated it.
I did too.
I liked physics because it was just conceptual. I hated memorizing. Chemistry was math, that was easy, but biology, like, why do I need to know mitosis? When am I going to use this?
Yeah.
Even calculus, it made sense, but when am I ever going to use this? But I'm going away from my story. My uncle passed away, and he looked just like my dad, like his twin brother, but like 10, 15 years older. So I saw my dad pass away in front of me. And I just started bawling. And my dad said, I'm too weak to carry his body into the ground. And I'm like, you're really gonna make me do this? You're really gonna make me do this? And I got second and third opinions because I'm like, I'm not satisfied. Why is this doctor just pushing me off? Because you get that feeling when you meet someone, right? Like, they're not really doing their job. No offense to that doctor, I don't even remember his name, but.
But you didn't feel like he could have cared. He could have cared as much as he could have.
It was just like a number on a
This is
document.
your dad's doctor.
My uncle's
Your
doctor.
uncle's doctor. Okay.
And I was like, well, let me try to get a second opinion. And I brought it to a different hospital. I forget which one. It was around my parents' area. It was a closed doctor. Like, oh, if you had brought him to us sooner, he would have made a full recovery.
Why do they always say that?
I'd rather you lie to me. Like,
Yeah.
False hope. It's like,
If you would have came 1 minute later or whatever.
that was my motivation to get into, like, you know what? I'm going to triple major at UC San Diego. That was my undergrad.
Triple major.
Molecular biology, physical chemistry, and quantum physics. I want to understand the whole natural...
I say this with the utmost respect. You fucking nerd. I can't even say what he just said 3 times fast. All I remember is micro. And I'm not even sure he said micro anything.
That one?
Quantum physics, molecular biology.
what is it?
You didn't even say micro,
Quantum
dude.
physics, molecular biology, and physical chemistry.
I couldn't even write
He
that
didn't
shit
say
on resume.
micro, bro.
You didn't even say micro.
You know what's crazy? It's like when he said quantum physics, all I could think about was Men in Black when Will Smith shot the little girl with the quantum physics book. It's like, you're fucking 7. Why do you have that book? That is way advanced for your reading level. And that's all I thought when he said quantum physics. I was like, where the fuck is Will at?
I thought of Quantum Solace from 007.
That was a great one, dog. That was a great one. I like that.
The whole reason behind all of this was I was not a nerd in high school.
Really?
I was just so attracted to all these girls in high school.
Really?
In one single day, I'm like, damn, 30 girls. I like her, I like her, I like her. Like,
Were they nerds? Were you attracted to nerds? Really?
but in our high school, the nerds were the jocks.
Oh.
It was an Asian high school.
How old are you?
Nerds. Okay.
I was 15, 16.
Now. 29.
Oh,
You're
now
asking
I'm 29.
You're 29? You look fucking 9.
Really?
Yeah, man, you look really good, bro.
Thank you, thank you.
That's why I was tripping out when I met him. He was in scrubs and he's like, yeah, I'm a doctor. I used to watch you as a kid. And I'm like, as a kid?
Oh, I remember the story. You told us.
That was him. I'm like, as a kid? You're a full-grown adult.
I was in high school when I like Korean History Channel. That's Koreans. Because I went to middle school in the Valley in Northridge. And I went to Korean church because I was into this this Korean girl.
So you were
Everything's motivated by
Korean
women.
church, I went to Korean school.
change religion for
You
her?
became a doctor?
I didn't change religion. I was just going there because I was trying to, you know.
He's trying to smash after church. Right after church. It's like,
vaginal
yo,
expert is what he's trying to become.
early on.
He wants to feel the holies.
He wants to fill her
My
hole.
oldest brother and I, we have the same problem. My parents tell me there's 3 things that men should watch out for. Gambling, pussy, and
Pussy.
no. Drinking and drugs. Those 3 things. If you can avoid all of those, you're a real man.
I have done
My
all
grandpa
those things.
was weak to all 3 and gambled away the family fortune.
Who told you that?
My parents.
My grandpa
Your
would
mom
have smacked
said
them the
pussy to
fuck
you?
around. You know that? My grandpa would have smacked the shit out of them for saying that. That's part of his identity.
So you were at SD, you had a triple major, that was your bachelor's. You did that, and then you went to Stanford for your medical school?
Yeah.
Because of your uncle.
Because of my uncle. Like, that's why I relate to you guys so much. It's all family oriented. You and Isaac, you guys and Isaac. Yeah. You and Taika, well, never mind, Joe. Yeah. you and Nikki was such a strong love story.
Well, thank you.
But I mean, Joe, you were very passionate trying to make that relationship work with Jess. Yeah. I went through something very, very similar recently. And it just didn't.
And now you're on yachts with girls in bikinis.
Yep. That's right.
Boats and hoes.
Boats and
hoes.
What comes first, boats or hoes?
I'm not going to Europe to meet women, but I'm not gonna.
I don't know anyone who did
I'll
that.
take you.
I'll talk to it off camera.
You come to me to St. Louis, I'll get you some bitches.
I know a guy who went to sightsee.
I went to
That's the only person I
sightsee.
know. Yeah.
I saw English seagulls.
Yeah.
He went to see his sights.
Did they have a monocle on?
So you're at Stanford at this point.
What about the whole investment thing you were talking about? How you didn't really go to medical school?
I didn't go to medical school.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was the whole thing?
Because there was a guy that was a guest lecturer at our school at San Diego. He was a guest lecturer about how to get into medical school, and he said, I was in the gang, I got arrested, I didn't even graduate high school, I got my GED, and then I got into UCSD for undergrad, I got my degree really quick. I'm like, oh, if this dumbass can get his degree, why am I struggling? I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try that. And when he went to medical school, he said, I never went to medical school, I just studied.
So he just became a doctor?
No, he studied the lecture, he would show up to the midterm and the exam, and he would.
Oh, and that's what you did.
I gotta say, you seem like a very smart guy, and I'm proud of you. But when I go to you to get healed for something, and you tell me you're like, yeah, I got a degree, accelerated, like no time, and also I didn't have to go to class. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. It makes me worried.
Well, people like you guys, this 9-year-old's gonna cut my daughter's brain open. I mean, her head, not her brain. I'm not gonna.
Well, let's hope not.
But like I wear the lab coat that says Stanford MD PhD, then like they shut up.
Oh, that's tight.
That's what's wrong with our society, right? I'm qualified to be here, but you don't trust me based on how I look, because I'm young.
Do you face that in the workplace where people look at you because you look young and then there's no like seniority or?
Well, there's seniority. I'm definitely one of the seniors. I have residents that are 38, 39, and I'm yelling at them, why the hell are you late?
Oh, that's tight.
5 o'clock means 5 o'clock. This is 5:01. Get out. You're not working today.
Wow.
Dude, can people be late to brain surgery? Like, hey,
No, hells no.
that's crazy.
Hells no. There's an S on there.
There was an anesthesiologist that showed up to work drunk.
Whoa.
And I could smell it on his breath. Look, get the fuck out.
Why didn't he just use anesthesia?
Anesthesiologist. That's like the most important.
I know,
besides
they're
the actual
monitoring the whole thing.
Surgeon, yeah.
That's crazy as hell.
Yeah, I want you to treat me now, man. I trust you way
Yeah.
more.
Because my uncle passed away, and my mom and dad were consistently in the emergency room still working to pay off their mortgage. And I'm like, you know what? I have to really get this done quickly.
Clean this shit up, huh?
Right.
Because my dad had me at 42.
That's fucking beautiful.
Wait, what?
35.
Your dad was out here fucking.
My dad didn't say. Well, let's get into that later. But
No, we were talking about how your dad's plowing
Into
through.
something for sure.
Yeah, because I thought your dad was gonna say stay away
Vagina.
from pussy, but he's fucking.
Yeah, well, he's married though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the difference.
You
Yeah,
can fuck the same pussy.
Yeah,
as
fuck the
makes
same
sense.
pussy.
But he's giving her a tough time, I heard.
Did you hear this man?
What do you say?
I was like, yeah, he was fucking my
I forget
mom.
what was I trying to say? I forget.
It's hard to talk to morons, I know.
No.
No, really. I'm sorry for you.
Especially when I keep interrupting.
No, Steve's brain works at like 100 miles an hour. I'm about 40 kilometers an hour.
You
You can't go. I can't do that math that fast.
and that's only like 20.
Can I ask, am I faster than you?
Yeah, you are.
Why does it work on a metric system, your brain?
Because it sounds to me like you're hitting land speed records over there.
Science, everything's.
Everything's a metric in science.
Yeah, it is.
The U.S. is just weird because gallons. We pump gas in Europe. It's liters, right?
Yeah.
The reason why it's all bigger, miles are bigger, gallons are bigger, is so we make more money. It's bigger. We'll charge more.
That's why.
Gotcha.
That's a whole difference why the
Because
U.S.
we were pirates.
That's why I charge more when I fuck big girls. I'm like, hey, listen, because I got to put in extra work. I got to bring 2 bottles of water now, a sweat towel.
That's a big dinner.
It's a lot. It's a lot, man.
It's a bigger dinner.
Yeah, so, I got to charge a little extra for this pain.
You gotta pay for 3 movie seats.
Well, yeah. But I mean, typically I don't do the movies because I want to get in and get out. So I'm just here for
But the payoff is big because everything else is bigger. The butt's bigger, the boob's bigger.
It's not always a good thing, man. It's not always a good thing that the big
Seen
butt
some
is big.
shit.
Yeah, I've seen some shit.
When you buy 3 movie seats in a 3D movie, is that breaking your balls? Because you're like, hey, she just needs 1 pair of the 3D glasses, actually, but 2 seats.
It doesn't matter. The seat, they charge by the seat. It's the ass circumference that they charge about.
So where does the investment banking or whatever
It wasn't investment banking. So my brother is a big entrepreneur, big business guy, way more successful than me. And he said, since you're at Stanford, all the VCs are there, Google's there, Tesla's there. Why don't you try to network and try to get your feet wet, figure it out? Maybe, don't think about being a surgeon, think about owning several hospitals.
Damn.
That's crazy that he thought like that.
My brother told me that. Don't think just because doctors are basically slaves. Nurses, you were in medical care. We're slaves. We come in, we show up, we leave. And then what do doctors do? They come from a high level of poverty and debt to a high level of prestige. Basically, everyone's sucking their cock.
Yeah.
Oh, but see, that's nothing like a slave.
They're not really doctors. No, I mean...
Are you telling me that there's a Johns Hopkins and he owns that shit? He owns that hospital?
I have no idea.
I thought John Hopkins was a disease. Wasn't that a disease? No, it's not.
It's one of the best medical schools in the country.
And it's also a hospital, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Presidents go to the Mayo Clinic in Minnesota, fun fact. But John Hopkins is
It's not the Mayo Clinic?
Mayo Clinic.
Fuck, this whole time. I thought it was the Mayo Clinic.
John Hopkins isn't a disease.
It's not a disease, no.
Lou Gehrig.
Look, Eric.
That's what the fuck it is. Yes.
John Hopkins was a philanthropist.
Fucking love that we finally have a doctor here to fucking show how
Yes.
fucking stupid we are.
Okay, so if I had 2 assholes and I was poop.
Oh my god.
No, I finally want to answer. If I had two
I
assholes.
still want to know about his investment stuff.
And I want to know why he's Doctor.
Listen, can you stay here for the rest of the day?
Those are the last 3 questions. The investment stuff, doctor, and what happens if you have 2 buttholes?
Well, no, 4 questions.
Okay.
How fast do you actually catch an STD? Is it like just when you stick the tip
Instantly.
in? Is it instantly for real?
That's how.
Why'd you answer his first?
If you poke blood, and how fast does the blood come out?
Yeah, but I thought for like, all right, so with the
Don't argue with the doctor.
Hold on, wait.
So it's one piece of poop, but that's 2 assholes, though.
But when the penis goes in, doesn't it have to the urethra has to spread for the disease or the bacteria to get in?
Once your tip's in there,
Yeah.
fluids start moving around.
Okay, but see, I don't use condoms, but I put a little toilet tissue in my pee hole. I put a little tissue paper in the pee hole. Doesn't that block it?
You're not circumcised?
Huh? No, I am.
The pee hole in the pee hole.
The pee hole in my urethra. Just a little bit.
Especially if you're circumcised, everything's just gonna start moving.
Okay, so should I use tape? Should I just like tape it off?
You should just wrap it in.
You should not fuck this chick. Don't fuck this chick with the STD.
She hot though, right?
She's so
Okay, my question, the investment question.
Okay, so like my brother told me you want to own hospitals, so I just, at UCSD I was working for a life insurance company. I worked as a financial advisor, life insurance salesman.
Yeah.
I got Series 6 certified because the company has a sponsor you, Series 6, Series 7, Series 66. I got my license for selling insurance, and that got my foot wet.
Yeah.
And then when I went to Stanford, I just, you know what, I'm gonna get my CFA certification, Certified Financial Advisor.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm not gonna say the company, but
So you got all that while in medical school?
my career, I was already starting my career. Medical school was just a hobby.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, see, then I'm back on the fence of like, I don't want him to be my doctor.
Yeah.
Oh, well, now I'm a full-time doctor, and I do only my own investments, and I give friends advice. That's
And
all.
you play Twitch at night, and you're killer at Call of Duty. I don't think so.
Motherfucker treats being a doctor like Tetris.
I don't really like playing games that much.
Really? No surprise
The
there.
shooting games really make me dizzy.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you should go to a doctor for that.
So last question, why are you doctor?
Yes, please. Why?
I got well, basically because I was poor. My parents couldn't afford to pay for medical school, and I didn't want to be in debt. So I just like, you know what? I really like brains. I like nerves. So PhD, if you do a PhD program, the school pays for your schooling.
You're a PhD and an MD. So that's doctor.
But any research do you do, anything that, let's say Lipitor, the cholesterol medicine, if you find a discovery, the school owns it.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, okay.
But that's what I did. I did neurodegenerative medicine, and at the time Obama was president, and he put a lot of funding into stem cell research, and I was just playing with that. I'm like, ooh, it's cool. My pet. But like being in the lab was like horrible. That's why I asked you guys, when does it become a routine? So I hated the lab. I'm like, no, I can't do this.
Wow.
I
So
can't
what
do
does
it.
your day-to-day look like now?
Around 4 a.m. I go to work. I just finished my residency, so I really have lesser responsibilities. But I yell at residents. I talk to people, and I just try to make sure that all the patients get the perfect health care
love
and that
that.
they trust us.
Good for you,
I
bro.
really try to communicate with the family and the patients. You shouldn't just talk to a nurse because the doctor's treating you. My name's at the document, and I'm signing it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So I train all the residents to be a human, okay?
You're clearly a great doctor.
I love that.
I'm very picky about who works for me as a resident. I'm like,
love it.
Do you think they do the impersonal shit because they're afraid of being too attached to the human?
Oh yeah.
no, it's a routine for them.
Oh, so then afterwards
so now
they're
it's
just
a
like,
number.
So even in surgery, they're like, oh, how's your golf game? Oh, you want to go golfing after this? What do you want to have for lunch? And there's brain right in front of you. And they put on classical music. It's very similar to
Psycho?
Doctor Strange.
Oh, never mind.
Doctor Strange when let's pull the bullet out. It's very similar to that. Oh, it's very casual because we do it every day.
You seem like a great doctor. You obviously care a lot. How do we get you to quit and become a YouTuber?
I don't want to be. I want to be wealthy, but I don't want to be famous.
How do we take you out of the solution and make you
I
part
like
of the problem?
We got to use his good for evil.
That's what I'm saying.
I think you're killing it, man. I love what you're doing.
I feel like he would be a great assassin because he's so disciplined right now.
It's what you guys said like in the previous video. It was the podcast at the gym. No, not at the gym. It was in between.
Memory's not the best though.
You and David were talking about what motivates you. My parents were dying and they were sick and they kept going to the emergency room. Now they're not sick anymore. They're healthy. They're retired. I paid for their mortgage. What's motivating me? Well, I'm single now.
Here we go, ladies.
So
Let's go
Don't get
together.
excited, ladies. He's obviously using a condom. You're not gonna come up.